Are we live?
Are we live?
Hello, we're
Oh,
live.
we're live.
Wow.
There we go.
Just as like,
Back on
just like
Banter
that.
BLBS episode 4. Now
I'll
live.
just sit
Now
here
it's-
quietly and
now it's
awkwardly.
Yeah, we'll just sit here and wait around. For what to happen?
Oh god, my computer's gonna die.
Oh, that's bad.
Ah!
This is
We're very
bad
professional here.
Yeah.
This is
We've
bad
been
planning.
coming up with topics right up into. Maybe we should do an intro. Do we have an intro that we should say? Hey, I'm Tucker. We've got Timo Nelson. We've got Tanner Dykstra. We've got Abram Buhner.
Yep.
We're from Backlog Banter. If you don't know, I'd be weird if you didn't know. There's not a lot of people who watch us, but if you are here and you want to listen to us talk about a bunch of random crap, that's what we're gonna do. How's
Stick
my lighting
around.
right now? Is it better with this or without it? Without
Go with.
with.
I'm gonna say with. There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Look
Oh,
at that.
Oh, studio lighting.
Studio
Okay.
Central.
I think we should start off with. Abram, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm looking for my
Plugging his
computer.
computer.
His computer's on -%. It's going to die.
Well, I need him for this first
Trust
topic.
me. I'm not going anywhere. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Unless my computer
Well,
dies.
It's gonna be hard
I'm
to
going
search for
away.
your computer charger while sitting down.
Well, I live in a fucking dorm room and I don't leave, so it should be in my eyesight vision.
Your eyes reach.
Yeah, it's within eyes reach. But going
Okay,
to first,
well,
don't worry about it.
The
Discuss.
first
Okay,
topic
so
I
the
did.
computer
This is kind of
I'm
the
going
biggest
away.
thing that happened over the Computer course of the week.
charger.
This is kind of almost a sequel to a topic from last week. We
A
talked about Tanner's.
My
No, we're not talking about another sandwich. We talked about Tanner's experience with pre-ordering the PS5, and now we have to talk about the experience that you and I had pre-ordering the Xbox Series.
Interesting.
That
the
was-
series.
That
What a
was
great
certainly
name.
something. Yeah, I don't know what this series is plural, but we had an interesting experience with that, and I've got a story that goes along with it. Abram?
It's a tale of people that one person is terrible with their money and one person is me. So here's how things went down. Two people walked into a fucking Discord call. Both of them ended up with Xboxes. One of them changed their mind. One of them doesn't know if Newegg actually took $300 out of their bank account. This is the story of us buying Xboxes. Tucker, do you want to talk about how you fucking backed out at the last itty bitty second after buying useless items instead?
You absolute coward.
Well, hold on. This is not useless. All right, hold on.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
boy.
Oh, where's he
Oh, we're gonna
going?
get the.
All right.
We're gonna get the.
this
We're
is
gonna
not
get it.
useless.
So what?
This, my friends, is the chew-proof small animal fire eyes.
Unboxing?
And this is what I
Unboxing? Are we
got
gonna unbox
instead-
it right now?
We could. This is what I got instead of an Xbox Series X. You see, green box. It's basically the same. It's got.
I
It's
think
got
the
little
Xbox
rats that
Series
run,
X-
run in
Yeah,
circles
I'm
inside.
pretty sure the Xbox Series X also has rats inside of it.
You'll probably fit
Okay.
a fucking rat inside of it
Well,
if you look
okay.
at it. 'Cause Jeff, yeah.
Yeah. So here's what happened. All right. So Abram kind of gave us a synopsis, but let me give you a little more detail.
Sure.
All right. So the two of us wake up and we're like, oh crap, he's getting out of class. We're gonna get in a Discord call. We're gonna figure out how are we gonna get Xbox Series consoles. I don't know how you refer to the general next generation.
The new Xboxes.
And we're gonna get the,
The
next
new
generation
Xbox
of Xboxes.
One X with Nintendo
Yes.
No,
naming.
series. Oh God, no. But so we sit in the call where we're looking at all the websites. We got Wire64 pulled up on Twitter. We got Target, Walmart, Best Buy, GameStop, all open, ready to get an Xbox. And much like the PlayStation pre-orders, which although this was planned, so it was a little bit better. It just went to crap and no one could get it, and all the sites were going down, and Amazon was just showing pictures of dogs instead of Xboxes, and
It was a pre-order
it was a
day.
fun time. Yeah, it was a normal pre-order day.
It was exactly what you should expect if you're trying to get a console right away. It
Yeah.
was a case of Xbox doing everything right and that not mattering in the slightest fucking respect.
Yeah,
They gave
and we also had
Yeah.
Abhi in the call with us, and he was giving us a little bit of
Shout out.
information. And then Abrams sort of got one from Walmart or
why don't I
Target.
why don't I walk you through it? I'm also
Okay,
pulling
let's
up
give
the
his story
YouTube,
and then I'll give mine.
pulling up the YouTube stream just in case anyone comments because we want to shout you out if you do.
True.
But so the first place I go is I was after a Series S. Moral of the story is that I might have one. So here's what happened. I'm on Target.com for literally half an hour, just fucking fighting through error messages. It's in my cart. It's out of my cart. I can change my shipping address. I can't change my shipping address. I can hit save changes. I can't hit save changes. Everything was just fucking falling apart. I finally get to the point where I can hit place order. I try hitting place order. It errors me out. So I'm freaking out because I really want one. Day one, so I see that Wario64 tweeted out that Newegg has pre-orders live. I've never fucking bought anything from Newegg. I hop on Newegg, 2 minutes later, success confirmed, pre-ordered. I get no confirmation email. The money is not taken out of my account. But Target.com has taken $316 out of my bank account after erroring me out of my pre-order. So I sit with a confirmation from Newegg that the purchase went through, but no email, nothing taken out of my bank account. Target's taking shit out of my account, but no pre-order. They said I didn't get a pre-order. I sit on this. I'm kind of freaking out. I'm in college. I can't really afford these sort of costly mistakes.
Buying 2 Xboxes.
Yeah.
Correct. I
Abram,
check.
Just give one to
Yes.
me. Listen, I'll take it off your hands for you if
Well,
it's
here's
that
the
big of
thing.
a deal.
I still don't know. I have somewhere between 0 and 2 Xboxes, my perception at the moment. Because I checked my Target account later because the charge didn't go away. I was told by some of my friends on Twitter that said, if a pre-order doesn't go through, this happened a lot with the other consoles recently. The charge just get taken off your account because it was just a pre-authorization charge on my debit card, but it wasn't going away. So when I checked Target.com, it turns out it didn't go away because that pre-order went through, but they never emailed me. So, according to Target.com, I have a Series S. According to Newegg, God fucking knows what's happening because they still haven't charged me. They still haven't emailed me. So I'm under the assumption that one just didn't go through. But I am going to call them just to make sure. Luckily, since it's pre-orders, I'm not getting charged for anything till anything ships, so I could back out of any of all of it. I could pull a Tucker, if you will, but I'm not planning to at the moment. I'm actually very excited for my Series S. I'm not going to buy any games for it. I'm just going to buy Game Pass. Frankly,
Very reasonable.
and that's going to keep me covered alongside my Switch and PS4 this fall. But that's kind of where I'm sitting.
Yeah. So I did something else. I was sort of excited for the Xbox. I was talking to Tanner about this. I was like not sure if I wanted to get one, and then the pre-order system went live and was.
Oh, he's gone. So in the meantime,
dear.
we're gonna talk about my own experience with pre-order. I've never pre-ordered anything. Tanner, have you pre-ordered anything?
I pre-ordered a PlayStation 5 digital version off of Amazon.com.
Oh yeah, and
I assume so.
I'm
I'm getting one.
and it went mostly well. Is he back? Oh,
Yes.
he's
Howdy.
He's moving.
I've returned.
You've returned. Oh no, he hasn't.
Oh,
he's
no,
gone.
He's
certainly not
disappeared
returned.
He's
forever.
totally gone. Okay, well, he's popping back in. Well,
What the fuck?
he's turning on his camera. There he is.
Hey.
Hey,
Welcome
back. Okay, what leave off? Where'd I cut out?
You're about to
Basically,
talk about
right at the
characters.
beginning.
Yep.
God damn it. Okay, well, I was getting pre-orders kind of, and I was refreshing a bunch of pages, and I was on Amazon.com just as they went live on Amazon, because they went on Amazon actually a little later than everywhere else. And I was hitting a button, and I was like, "Oh, this isn't gonna go through." None of the other sites went through. I was hammering those buttons, and nothing happened. And it was like, "Bing! Congratulations, your order has gone through." And I'm like, "Uh-oh!" And I'm like sitting there, like, "Oh shit, this is like." And in my cart, it ordered my entire cart, which included the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection on PS3 and the True Proof Small Animal High Rise. So that's why I now own this.
Naturally. Oh,
and
there
over
he
the-
goes again.
What? No, I'm here. Hi. Can you not hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear
What
you.
the fuck? What is
Here we
Tanner
go.
going on?
Okay.
Tanner's having his
That's just
own
me. That's just me.
derailment.
But
That is true.
A couple hours later, I realized that I'm not in the right frame of mind to spend $500 on a console right now. I really don't need it. I have plenty of games to play, and I did not feel it was necessary. So I ended up canceling both the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection on PS3 and my Xbox Series X, and leave me only with the True Proof Small Animal High Rise. And that was my adventure in purchasing this past week. So I don't have an Xbox, but I do have a rat cage.
I've never met someone who so painstakingly discusses with me purchases on the scale of $8 worth of Resident Evil on a sale. However, you will also, without hesitation, just start clicking order on fucking next generation console. Just hammering away on that button with no regard. I find it very funny.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? You're able to
Tucker-
back out.
it's also entirely possible that you could have been in the same position that I was with Amazon, where you think you got it, and then they're like, well, we didn't really understand that people wanted as many new game consoles as we might not have. So you might get it, you might not. You might get it on time, maybe not, probably not.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Either way, I've realized that I don't need an Xbox Series X right now or a Series S. And if it comes to December and I'm like, damn, I really want one, then I'm gonna hop on the all access train. But other than that, I think I'm pretty set with what I've got right now. So I'm fine that I didn't spend $500 and happy that I have a rat cage.
There you go.
Rat cages, not Xboxes. There's no issues with the pre-orders for the two-proof small high rises. Let me tell you.
Well, are you gonna unbox it, or should we save that for a later date?
Let's open the next podcast with that.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I kind of want
next
there to be
week-
actual rats. I want there to be rats
Oh.
before that cage gets opened.
Yeah, we need some rats.
I do need to get rats.
Viewers, if you're watching, send rats to Tucker.
Send
Any
them
will
to
do,
UPS in
especially
a
sewer
flat rate
rats.
mailer.
I can give away Tucker's address right now on stream if people would like. And
Tucker's-
my address.
Tucker's
to be
address is
fair.
coincidentally also Tanner's address.
That's kind of how
Okay.
it works.
Well, that's about it for the Xbox topic. There was another gaming topic this past week that I would consider to be there's some news. Xbox bought Bethesda.
Microsoft bought
Mm.
Bethesda.
And
That is
Microsoft
news.
bought.
Yeah, so
that was
you two
interesting.
gave your thoughts on this, Abram and Tucker, right?
Yes.
We're at panic battery level.
Psh,
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I talked to him about this already. I initially, when this happened, I was kind of downplaying its importance and the scale of it. But actually, over the past few days, I've come to realize that holy fuck, $7.5 billion is a lot of money.
That's a huge
And,
amount of money.
And Bethesda does make a lot of different franchises. And if Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5 and Starfield are all exclusive to Xbox, that's a pretty big deal.
Hey, he found the
Tucker-
charger.
Tucker, I don't like you airing my worst fears on stream.
Yeah.
Those being that Elder Scrolls, Fallout, and Starfield may be exclusive to the Xbox. I don't appreciate you acting like those could be a possibility. So please never say that again, and thank you.
Okay, I'll keep my
So,
peace. But
I'll say it instead that luckily for the other segment of the gaming market of the computer gamers, because Microsoft makes Windows, highly unlikely that those games won't be on PC. And
Yeah, of
Microsoft
course.
understands the position of the PC gaming market within the greater gaming land. And so I think it's interesting. It's not always great to see these companies merge together. Competition's a little bit better when there's lots of people developing separately. But maybe Bethesda gets the chance to right some of their wrongs, do some stuff a little bit better. People have a much better opinion of Microsoft, I think, than they do of Bethesda right now.
yeah.
True.
Especially because
Microsoft-
Microsoft and Xbox have spent the last generation just rebuilding their goodwill, and now with xCloud and the series consoles coming out and Game Pass being the great deal that it is, Bethesda has kind of been folded into that, especially with the announcement that Doom Eternal is now on Game Pass or is coming very soon.
So
one of the two.
do you guys already have Game Pass? Because I've played Doom Eternal, and I really recommend it.
I have Game Pass on PC.
Oh.
As far as I know, it's only on Game Pass for Xbox, but
Ah,
it'll come to the PC Game Pass probably before the end of the year, and that's how I'll play it.
awesome. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on that, because
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
it's a hell of a fun game. If you will take my
Can we talk
pun.
about how fucking awesome the phrase "raise hell" is for that game's slogan? That is so good. That is so fucking good.
RAZE?
Yeah.
Raise
Yeah, well,
hell.
because if you
lit-
just say raise hell, it's like, oh, you're creating pandemonium, you're raising hell. But
Mhm.
RAZE is destroying hell. Which
But
is
you're
what you're
also
doing in Doom
creating
Eternal.
pandemonium
Incredible.
in the game because you shoot people. You're really going crazy.
It's fucking double entendre, but not.
Yeah, I was going to say
sexual.
a bit of a double entendre, if you will.
Entendre.
You're a busy man. You don't have enough time to say entendre.
I
You
don't
got
a dub entendre, as I like to say.
Okay.
So that is it's pretty big news. I think.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
We just gotta wait and see what happens with it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Tucker, you
moving
want to
on.
reach into that bag of fucking topics you have there and give us? his
Wait, I
one?
want.
Yeah,
I
what
want
do
to give my bet. I
This-
want to reach. I want to reach somewhere into my bag of topics. So you see, I've been drinking a can of
No, we're
undisclosed
not supposed to
grapefruit
talk
soda.
about that. Remember?
We're not talking about squirt.
I'm
We're
drinking
not talking
Squirt.
about Timo squirting on
So
camera.
what I've been doing this afternoon is been taking cans just like this, combining them together in a little metal pot on top of a 1200 degree fire, and I made a little biscuit of aluminum. But I poured
aluminum
it.
biscuit.
It's an aluminum biscuit. You can take a little bite.
Oh.
I made my aluminum can forge. I melted the aluminum cans, and I got this pour out of it. It's actually pretty fucking awesome. I'm like super hyped of it. I went through an entire bag of charcoal in order to get it get it hot enough and long enough to melt cans. I think this is like 16, 18 cans of aluminum in this much.
To
Now,
provide
what's
a
the
little
overall
context,
function? Yeah. I'm curious about this context. I'm curious about the
Well,
forge.
to provide a little context, this is actually something that the people at our high school and our friend group wanted to do for a long time. So as far as I know, this is the first time anyone's actually been successful for it. We tried making our own forges like 3 different times in high school. There was duct tape involved, which is not a good idea.
You should not use duct tape
when it
with
gets hot.
very hot fire. So
Yes,
I'll
that's
explain to you. Oh, hey, Abby's in the chat. Yo, what up?
Yo,
I'll explain to you how I did it. So I got a large amount of paver brick. You know, like stuff you'd like make a patio or a deck, or not, but like a patio out of, right? And I stacked them two on top of each other, like boop boop boop, in like a little like alternating squares on top of each other. And then because I have a ton of stuff like random crap laying around up here. I had this big metal pole. I mean, it must have been, super long. I took that and I made a little. Must have been. I took put that in a little hole in the forge, and then I got a shop vac and I hooked it up backwards, so it was just a shop fan, and I put that in down the tube and it just blew air, and then I just filled the thing up with charcoal, lit it on fire, and just kept feeding it charcoal while I have some like cast iron little. It's like a big giant cast iron spoon, and I just put the can in there and it melts it down. So I inhaled a lot of toxic fumes because aluminum cans are coated with plastic and paint on the outside, and that all just burns off while you're lighting them on fire. So
Forging is actually really fun.
Whoa. I actually do have a transition. Do you have anything else to say on the can topic?
There will
be updates on the things I forge.
Because I have forged before. My spatial dynamics professor, which is just fancy way of saying sculpture professor, he's an artist in Boston, so he hand built like a couple forges for classes. I fucking knocked my mic over and brought them in, and they're really fucking sick. Built somewhat out of pavers, some out of stuff he actually welded. So that's really dope that you were able to get one together with like a shop vac and pavers and such.
So the amount of money I spent on it, I spent $1.07 for two cookie sheets from the thrift store. Some cupcake sheets is what I poured this into. And I actually ruined them on the second pour because they're made out of aluminum. And when you have molten aluminum and you pour molten aluminum into a baking sheet of molten aluminum, it just melts. And so I'm going to cut those up, and that'll become more material for the next time. And then I spent like $20 on a gigantic bag of lump charcoal. It's the lump charcoal that you want because They put chemicals in the charcoal that makes it burn slow. For when you get briquettes, so you got to get lump charcoal, and that works pretty well. And now I'm gonna have to go to Walmart and buy a stainless steel cupcake baking pan so that I don't melt through it.
Inevitably, when an apocalyptic event comes around and we're all scavenging through the wasteland, we'll be running to Timo for his forge, his makeshift forge with a shop vac and cupcake tin.
Yep.
I'm not sure what kind of metal things we're going to be making in the apocalypse.
Great swords and maces and morning stars.
Lots of these.
Great axes.
It actually is hot. It is hot enough to get steel and iron like red hot, and then you could work it. Like I could have worked the crucible, but because it's the crucible, I don't want to mess with that because that's what holds my stuff. Holds my goods. The
play by Arthur, what's his name?
Arthur Miller.
Arthur Miller, yes.
This is the best and only actual topic we've ever had on this fucking podcast.
I agree. This is
I
the
will
best-
have updates for you. I actually have video. I have like
I'm
some
very
videos
excited.
of me like pouring it and some cool pictures of it. Of it working. So, and I'm gonna do it again because it's a ton of fun. It's kind of cold out today up here in the Northland, so good day to build a absolutely blisteringly hot fire with extra air power.
I'd agree.
I was gonna say transitioning from. I think we might be on the same thing, Tanner. I'm not sure, but transitioning from Timo purposefully cooking something hot. And metal.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
I accidentally cooked something metal. I made some potatoes the other day, and
As one does.
I know where this is going.
I ate most of the potatoes, and there was still a little bit left. And I was sitting there. I was like, "There's some cold potatoes, but I still want to eat them." I was like, "Well, there's not that much. All right, there's not that much left in the pot that's sitting on the stove that I cooked them in. So I don't want to like spoon them out and put them in a bowl because then it'd be like fucking 2 spoonfuls sitting in a giant bowl. That'd be stupid, right? But it's
I'd
already
agree.
in this pot.
Let's make
So-
a non-stupid decision. Is what
Yeah,
I
so
what I'd
let's-
say in that situation.
Exactly. So let's put the pot in the microwave and heat
A
it up.
cast iron pot. I might. A cast iron. Yeah.
With a
Yeah.
plastic handle.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there.
Like a rubber plastic hybrid of some sort. Of some kind.
And so I'm sitting there, I'm watching YouTube. I've probably got Video Game Donkey going or something, and I'm sitting there, and the microwave goes pop. It just sounds like the microwave's gonna fall off, and I'm like, what? And I just run over and I hit the button. I like open it, and then the handle is just not connected to the pot anymore.
Yep.
And I'm like, that's interesting. And I called Tanner to get
I was
his
just having
perspective on it.
I was having a perfectly mediocre time watching the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. And Tucker comes and knocking on my door, with the classic worried like little kid voice, like, hello? And I come out and I'm like, I didn't hear a thing. I did not hear a thing. I come out there and Tucker is it's still the microwave is open. There's flecks of little like black plastic rubber all over the stove and in the microwave. And also it smelled just atrocious. Tucker, fun fact, does not have a sense of smell. Blessed in that situation.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
He
I
probably
was
would
I
so
broke the pot.
fucking happy to see this on your Snapchat story yesterday.
I was like,
I was over the
I was like-
moon to see
I
you
was
put
like,
that in
hey.
the microwave.
I was like, hey guys, don't microwave pot. Just a PSA. Don't do it.
so not only did you put a pot with
Metal.
plastic in it, it's made of cast iron. Do you know what happens when
Yeah.
you put a spoon in the microwave?
Tucker very well could have blown up our apartment.
Yeah, he could have.
Well, I was like, metal gets hot and it heats up the
That's
potatoes,
not how microwaves work.
And that's why I wanted those 2 spoonfuls of potatoes.
Man.
Tucker, I don't think you fully have come to terms with the fact that because you were sitting at the counter, I assume. You weren't sitting on the couch or anything. You very well
Yeah.
could have died in that situation.
That thing could have blown up, shot out the window, and gone in. That handle could have shot through your body. It could have penetrated your spine.
If we were in a Final Destination universe, Tucker would be the first to go. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I didn't die. I may have inhaled a little too many burning plastic fumes because I can't smell it, and I don't know what the safe distance away.
He did.
So
I was like,
I'm
oh god, this smells as the microwave's open with the smell of burning rubber and plastic. And he's like, oh really? And he grabs the handle and puts it up to his nose and sniffs it to see if he can get a whiff of anything. I'm like, Tucker, don't do that. That's like toxic chemicals and shit in there. You don't want that in your body.
Abby
your lungs.
says all for two spoonfuls of potatoes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I really wanted those, and I have a full Tupperware container of potatoes that I could have eaten.
You
But
could
I
have.
really wanted those last 2 spoonfuls because I don't want to go to waste. I'm an environmentally conscious individual.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah.
Well,
Okay.
there we go.
There's our food
Yeah.
experience for the week.
Lots of metal this week.
Lots of
I
metal.
agree.
So
What else?
Tucker, where do you want to take us next? You gotta fucking here's what I did love last week. Every time I had some kind of mundane or semi-interesting thought, I'd text Tucker, podcast topic. So I think he's got a lot of useless shit in his planning document. I don't know if he wants to talk about any of it. I don't know if I even do.
I have an incendiary. Speaking of hot, fiery flames, forges, and topics, I have a hot take to deliver right now if you want to hear it.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's do it.
So I, over the weekend, watched the Nicholas Winding Refn's movie Drive 2011, and I fucking hated it. I don't like that movie. It sucks.
Interesting.
That's not true.
It's
That's so
mediocre.
absolutely deeply untrue.
So
That's
that movie is supposed to be this like subtle thing with all these like, you know, like
Back up from your microphone.
little tiny performances that like give you lots of meaning, but I didn't get any of that. I thought the characters are bland and boring and poorly written. I thought that the female characters are especially poorly written and like exploited for the purpose of the movie, and I thought the dialogue was goddamn atrocious. It's written almost by a dude. It seemed to me like it was written by a guy who didn't know English. It just like didn't make any sense to me. I couldn't hear it because the audio mixing was freaking terrible.
Really?
I couldn't hear a single word of I barely understood any of it because it was super quiet compared to the other stuff,
Did
like
you
the car chases.
have subtitles on?
No, I never watch movies with subtitles because I hate watching movies with subtitles.
You suck.
Okay.
to
Abram,
this day,
retort.
Timo doesn't know what Parasite's about.
This is true.
I just feel it out. I just feel it out.
Tima actually speaks fluent Korean,
I
so
do.
that's how he figures it out.
Ni hao.
Tima has to learn every single language that he watches a foreign movie in.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I'm a big Nicholas Winding Refn fan. I haven't seen his entire filmography. I've seen Drive, The Neon Demon, and Only God Forgives, and then I've seen the first, I think, 2 episodes of Too Young to Die in Los Angeles, which is his Amazon show. He's also friends with Kojima. Shout out to fucking Kojima's band of creators he hangs out with. But what I love about Nicholas Winding Refn's films is not necessarily their plots or their characters, but it's what they evoke. I think that those movies are really interestingly shot. I think that they're very thick with a very particular energy and a very particular sense of style that I don't really get from other places. I think that Drive is his most mainstream film that I have seen, but I don't know if it's his best, even though I love Ryan Gosling. I love the noir aesthetic, the neo-noir aesthetic, even though he doesn't do a ton with it. I like being in his worlds, and I think Only God Forgives is an excellent example of the way that as a storyteller, he falls a little bit flat, but as a creator who evokes a feeling, I don't think many filmmakers do what he does.
Yeah,
Well,
I'd say
he evoked a
similarly,
pretty bad feeling in me while I was watching that movie.
It's essential. It introduced me to the vaporwave aesthetic. So
Drive
yes,
is very vaporwavy.
Yes.
And I can't really fault it because 2011 is like that's vaporwave time. So
I barely remember anything about Drive. I think that's a very middling, okay movie. Nothing special. I don't know.
For me, it would have made a lot more sense if it was ever explained why Ryan Gosling's character like never talked or whatever, because it just made it feel awkward to me. Like I kind of could guess why, but I never could like fully understand and have it like fit into his character. It was just kind of like this thing is like he doesn't talk, okay, and as a consequence, that makes all of his interactions with anybody supremely awkward and feel really not fun to watch.
It's because he had tinnitus.
Yeah, I was gonna pull a Baby Driver joke. I was gonna pull it, but I didn't have the balls. But someone else here does.
From microwaves
this
to
is not
vaporwave.
Ooh,
You know what
this
I'm
is
saying?
not a movie review podcast. Let me
No.
just put that out there.
This
But
is just my
I
hot take.
appreciate the hot take. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can do a weekly hot take segment on the podcast if we want to. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe
Well,
not.
could
Who
be
knows?
just-
Only if we have hot takes.
That's true.
I only had a hot take because Miles is up here right now up here into Northland, and he had to watch it for class. He has this weird professor that has made him watch like most of Refn's filmography, and he's like he just
As
doesn't
he should.
he just doesn't like it.
Okay, we've got a couple other topics here. Does anyone else any other ones they want to throw out?
I was gonna. Do you guys wanted to? Anybody who all has an iPhone in this? Raise up your hand if you're a
Everyone
little
but
baby
Abram.
boy for Apple.
I'm a little baby boy for
iOS
Apple.
iOS 14 thoughts. I just installed it the other day.
Doesn't do
What
doesn't
what
do that
is
much.
what is iOS 14?
can-
I'm kind of a
It's
boomer on
the
my
aesthetic.
iPhone.
The aesthetic of you can redesign the apps. You can redraw them or whatever.
I haven't done that yet. I'm
No?
probably on iOS
Okay.
12 still because I don't give a shit.
Damn,
about my
okay.
phone.
Yeah,
Damn, okay.
I've had it since the first day. That doesn't really make much of a difference. One of the cool things you can do is if you're watching Netflix or in my case Criterion Channel, you can go do other apps and it'll keep it down in the corner and you can keep watching. Which is
All
cool.
of that shit has been on my fucking Samsung since I was a little itty bitty baby boy.
Fuck you. It's
Yeah, but also you look like a fucking dillweed using a fucking Android.
That's
No, I look
true.
like
Green text. Oh,
I look like a dillweed because you can't tell, but I've cracked the shit out of the back of my glass
one
phone.
thing,
yeah, we can tell.
if there's one thing that Apple did successfully, it was start the the polarization of Android and iPhone users by making all Android users have the green text instead of the blue text.
Yeah.
They
Ruining
really
group
encouraged
chats forever.
that monkey brain tribalism, right in the back of the deep recesses of that caveman brain.
That's why actually most of my group chats are Snapchat. I love Snapchat group chats because you can send the
Yeah.
pictures and the pictures are awesome. You can send the videos. They got Snapchat filters which are hilarious most of the time. Sometimes you got Snapchat games, and then
Bitmojis.
Bitmoji, and then you can chat like normal. And if
Yeah.
you're chatting about sensitive stuff, it goes away.
True.
Yeah. Also, the fact that we've transferred to Snapchat group chats. We did that probably about our junior year of high school.
No, it was
because we
sophomore
just,
year, I think.
sophomore, whatever. But just because we have a couple friends, maybe two that have Androids, but there's a size limit for text groups when there's Androids involved.
There's an SMS group, yeah.
Yeah, so we have too many friends. Essentially, is what I'm trying to say, and we had to transition to group chat. We're just too popular.
Look
We're just
out,
too
two
popular.
popular guys over here. Look
The
out,
kings of
too
high
many
school.
friends.
What's the
Yeah.
best group chat name you've ever had? Because mine was either Nixon's Cabinet or Carrie Fisher's Ghost. Those are I think the two
Oh,
most impressive.
Jesus
group
Right
chat
right
names.
now, I really like the one that's Friar Tuck, referring to our very own Friar Tuck and his merry men, because the group chat never really like talks that much, and whenever it does, there's a lot of animosity.
that group chat has gone through a couple different name changes. It was originally Dippin' and Flippin'.
Yep.
For a long time, Dippin' and Flippin' was our group chat name, and we have a Instagram group chat for sending memes that's called Fuckily Fuckles. And there's a spin-off group chat of that for only Pokemon memes called Pokefucks. And those are our current group chats.
I mean, there's like an anime discussion group chat called Rack Pensy. Why is it called that?
Oh yeah,
I have no clue. There's the blood chat. There's nut chat, which we will not discuss. But if you can imagine,
well, no, this is for a later date. Tanner and I are in a group chat for our college group. What the fuck? Where is it? Is it still Food Boot? Yeah, Food Boot. Yeah, Food Boot.
I don't know.
Emoji.
Other people change the names. I mean, the best one I'm gonna have to go with is a little bit of insider knowledge here. Husker Pride. We were Corn Hub.
Interesting.
That's maybe the most creative. That is the most approachable. Otherwise, it's all been inside jokes and things of that nature.
Yep.
I mean, Backlog Banter has a group chat and Snapchat.
That is true.
That's
The
true.
Haley Steinfeld fan club.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Which one of us likes Haley Steinfeld? You'll never know. Who's to say?
Never know. Who's to say?
Throw your guesses in the comments in the chat.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll reveal it someday.
Yes.
We've got one final topic here
Okay.
that Abram and Tanner and I were sort of talking about a couple days ago. I think we were on Discord or something. Q-tips.
Oh dear
Oh,
lord. Oh
okay.
dear lord.
Q-tips.
Q-tips.
Yeah.
Where do we all fall on Q-tips? Let me look up the science of Q-tips.
I want to tell a
Q-tips-
story about Q-tips real quick. I shove those jokers right in my ear. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
Every day I clean my ears with Q-tips, but apparently this is no longer an in vogue thing to do because I went down to the local Walgreens when I got to college because I needed Q-tips.
Yeah.
You take for granted when you leave home. There's a lot of shit that's just in your house that your parents buy, right?
Mhm.
So I got to
Yeah.
school. I'm like, God damn it, I need Q-tips because I don't want earwax everywhere. You know.
That's true.
So I go there. They're no longer in the ear care section. There are specific earwax removal things, but not Q-tips. Q-tips are now in the beauty section. So I got I had to find this section, found a nice 170 pack. It's gonna last me a while. Every fucking day those are going in my ear. Every single day.
That's
deep
okay.
in my ear too.
Okay.
Deep in my ear.
I have to disagree with Abrams slightly on a few points that he made. every day is atrocious and horrifying,
And it's bad
I
for
don't
you.
know what to
It's
make
bad for your ears.
I don't know what to
I
make of
disagree.
it. But I will on occasion use a Q-tip. If I clean my ears, I always do Q-tip. That's what I do. Okay. I'm no the SJWifying of the Q-tips and they're bad for your ears. I don't buy that shit. Okay. I jam them in there. You swab them around. How you know it's good is if you get a tickle in the back of your throat if
Yeah.
you jam them in there.
Yes,
Like,
sir.
Oh,
that's
God.
how you know that you're getting deep in there. It gets nice. You twist it around so you get that friction heat. Ooh, that's good stuff right there.
So my opinion is, why do we have earwax if it's not meant to live in your ear? So I just never clean my ears. I barely ever do.
I don't clean my ears either, but I also don't.
Do you understand how little that logic makes any sense?
It
Think
doesn't
about
make.
the other things that we take out of our bodies.
So I have earbuds, and the
Fucking
earbuds,
excretion systems for those things.
the earbuds.
Fucking vomit and shit and piss and cum. Those come out of your body, they're expelled. If your fucking ears had cloacas on them and they fucking shat out the earwax, then it would make sense.
But they
they
don't.
fucking don't.
So I have earbuds that are rather tight fitting, and often those like boink, they'll pull out some gook or whatever. And every once in a while, whenever I like mow the lawn or whatnot, I'll go and put in like earplugs, like noise canceling earplugs, and that will give me a good clean. And then I throw them away because they're full of earwax because I don't clean my ears. But I don't have a problem. I mean, I don't use Q-tips because look, I want to work in like the sound industry, right? I want to do stuff like sound mixing, mastering, design, and that. I need my ears to function, and if I'm jamming a little piece of wood down there every day, one of these days I'm gonna stick that through my eardrum, and I won't be able to hear anymore. And there goes my career. My career is at stake.
I was being facetious when I said you jam them in there. Yeah, typically you have some sense of gentleness with it. Not Abram. I'm sure Abram is going to go deaf by the age of 25 from rupturing his eardrums with a Q-tip.
Look, these are my Senso wireless earbuds. These are in my ears
Not
constantly.
sponsored, by the way.
No, they're fucking terrible too. But I can't afford these. You take these out of your ears. If there's earwax on this fucking part of your ears, it's terrible. I will
That's how
every
I
day
clean
when I
my
get out of the
ears.
shower. No. That's a sign that you're not cleaning your ears properly.
Or I
every
just
day
take
you
my
a
finger
Q-tip.
and I dig around in there every once in a
Oh
while.
my god!
no.
You caveman.
You take a Q-tip and you go deep into your ear, it's like the fucking shaft you shoot the proton torpedo into in the Death Star. It's the ventilation shaft. You need to get that deep and that specific into your ear to clean it out every single day. Every day.
All right. I've been sitting here quietly. I've been making fucking faces. I've been processing all this information. This is a horrid conversation to me, and I do not use that word lightly. One of my least favorite things on the fucking planet is earwax. Not a lot of things gross me out. I'll fucking watch any Saw movie. I don't give a fuck. But earwax just freaks me the fuck out. All right. I'll just put that out there. If anyone wants to fucking freak me out, mail me their earwax on a fucking note card, and that'll do the job. But
mail him a rat covered in earwax.
Oh god! But I am on the internet right now. All right. I know you guys might have heard of it.
Yeah.
Q-tips are scientifically proven to not be good for your ears, and I'm genuinely surprised that you believe that it's a good idea for you to clean your ears like that. Earwax is not a huge issue. It's fucking gross, but it is part of your body, and people for thousands and thousands of years didn't fucking stick Q-tips in their ears. And now we invented this thing people thought were a good idea, but it is just fucking damaging. It is objectively a bad idea and not good for your fucking ears.
What's the difference between sticking your finger in there like a goddamn
Don't stick anything in your fucking ears.
You shouldn't.
How am I supposed to get it out?
I heard something that you shouldn't stick anything like smaller than the thumb in your ear.
Well, that's in case it gets stuck. That's the thing.
I thought it was so
Guys,
that
just stop using fucking Q-tips. It's not good for you.
What would you like me to use?
What
would you like me to use?
The ear cleaners.
There's other fucking ways. Look, all right, you know what? Fuck it. How to clean your ear? How to clean?
Tucker, I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, "Oh, get a warm washcloth and stick it in there." I'm not a fucking infant, okay? I'm not a baby who needs to be washed in the sink with a washcloth. Oh man, I'm gonna stick a piece of cotton on a stick in my ear.
Oh God, I tried it the other day. I'm sorry, and I'm a hypocrite, whatever. But I was like, maybe it's not that bad. I felt.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's
We'll
gone.
never know why it's bad.
Abby
well,
also
yeah.
in the chat is saying that he uses them like every two. He uses them
Correct.
every once in a
Correct.
while. He likes
every
Q-tips.
once in a while, exactly. I'm not a madman like Abe. I'm not a caveman like Timo. I'm not a little infant using a washcloth or not cleaning my ears at all like Tucker. That's not what I'm about. I'm a man of a mediation, okay?
You get out of the shower, you clean your ear with a Q-tip every day. It's simple clockwork, easy.
But
You never have.
Tucker, hang on. I'm getting a phone call. Hang on a second here, Tucker. I'm getting a phone call.
It's
Uh-huh. Oh, okay, interesting.
Fun fact is, I can't
Okay,
see
I'll tell him.
his video. It's frozen, so the joke doesn't work.
Tucker, I know you said that you weren't grossed out by earwax, but I just got a call from my good friend Chris Rock. Chris Rock just called me on the telephone. Star and director, producer of the new Saw film coming out. He said
Spiral.
that it is Spiral, yes. Spiral from the Book of Saw. He said that there about 80% of the traps in the new Saw movie are centered around earwax. So,
Well, I might have to
I
skip
don't
out
know
on that
what
one.
to tell you. I don't
Well,
know
I
what to
just
tell
Hard
you.
to do a BLB review of that one.
I think that's what he said. I have a lot of earwax stuck in my ear. I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Well, I just got a text from Jonathan Q-tip who says Tucker can go fuck himself. So I think that's
Wow.
pretty positive.
Jonathan Q-tip.
Well, with
Jonathan
those
Q-tip.
incredible guest appearances, all these cameos that we have,
Yes.
I think we've gone a little overtime. We're on 4:45 if we're trying to do a 40-minute, but who cares? Who cares? This was a impassioned conversation.
We
I'm glad
never
did this one.
we never learned how to properly clean your ears.
No.
No.
That will have
Because we
to
already
remain.
know. It's with a Q-tip. We already know.
God.
Look, we do a lot of like incentives on this show. Let's continue the head theme. 5 likes got a review of a movie about JFK's head getting
theme.
blown off. Another 5 likes on today's video will get you the proper ways to clean your ears next time.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
simple.
I think we've also
and
said
then
that
if we get 10 likes, we discuss which chipmunk is getting the best head.
Oh, that's an
Oh,
old meme. Come on now. That's an old meme. No.
Continue on the head
the
transition.
head
No.
transition. I think
Such
we
a
also
fucking-
said that we were going to open up the rat cage, do an unboxing next week.
That's
yeah,
right.
Sure. I'll write that down so we don't forget.
Yeah,
We're making a lot of promises, and we intend to keep them here on Backlog Banter.
we do make promises that we can fulfill.
Yes.
It's true. That's a no. Neither of those are very hard to fulfill.
No. No.
Part of me wants to
We
see
did talk-
Tanner in the rat cage. Can you make this happen, Tucker?
It's not that big. It's for
I've been
rats.
known to squeeze into small places.
I have multiple videos of you being in places you probably shouldn't be.
Yeah, I've if you look behind Tucker, there's a ladder to get into his bed. I fit through the rungs of that ladder.
Sure.
Not even on a bet. I just wanted to see if I could.
Our refrigerator in our dorm last year.
Yep, did that.
Behind my dresser.
Yep,
That one.
I did that.
Man, crazy dude.
There's a lot of places. Okay. Oh, under tables and dining halls multiple times.
That is true.
Yeah.
So,
I
Okay.
guess you could say that I have sort of a rat brain in itself since I squeeze in all these small places. So
Yeah.
I will be in the rat cage next week once Tucker unboxes it. Maybe the week after, since it'll be established in his room, and I will be playing Bullet with Butterfly Wings by Smashing Pumpkins.
There we
Despite all
go.
my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage.
Okay. All right. I think that's about the end of BLBS episode 4. There was some good topics there. I'm liking the idea of us actually knowing what we're gonna fucking talk about.
That is good.
I think it kind of helped. But I'm glad that Timo brought a topic that I didn't. That wasn't for me. 'Cause I need to be surprised sometimes too.
Well, if we're going to be updated on Timo's forging every week, I feel
Yeah.
like we should come up with a segment name.
A segment name about the
A-
forge. Well, I
A
don't
foray
plan
into forging.
the foray into forging. That's what we'll call it. It's
Yeah.
not an every week type deal. It's a whenever I
Okay,
get around
okay.
to doing it type deal. Because
Timo, can you make a foray into forging graphic?
yes, I will make a foray into forging graphic with flames and fire and explosion.
And battle axes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can have our foray into forging.
Well, we've talked about forges, we've talked about microwaves, we've talked about vaporwave, we've talked about our ear canals. I think that's about it for this fucking episode, I think.
Yes.
I think we hit all the main points.
Yeah, all the important foodie grips for a balanced meal.
There we go.
Something like that.
All right.
Yes.
We'll see you next week.
See
or
you
not,
next week.
but probably.
Probably at 4
Regrettably,
o'clock.
We'll be back.
Sometime, yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Peace.
See you.
See ya.
Peace out.